Hi, friends. Welcome back to the second show of 2021 live at the Roxy. Oh, we are 2 days into this year, and I'm just going to call tomorrow New Year's because that's what I need. I have so many things I have to reset, restart, refocus because today we just wrapped, and that's why I thought I was going to go live early this morning because we did our first IRL World Girl shoot of the day today. But then shit hit the fan this morning. We just were so many places that we had to go to get prepped for the show. And last night was such a late night. And to be 100% honest with you guys, I've been having like really, really horrible nightmares, like inhabilitating nightmares that make it so that I like cannot sleep at all. This happens to me sometimes. And so I did not sleep last night. And I like this morning just like felt like I was going to fucking like there was smoke inside of me that was going to like trying to get out. Because these nightmares are so bad and they feel so fucking real. And then when we woke up, when I woke up, and had to start doing all the stuff for World Girls and then all of the fucking things, and then sending out the calendars, and then the post office line being so long, and then I can't tell you the stuff we were doing for World Girls today, but it definitely was things that were not good for my body. And so I feel like ass, and then we just finished that shoot, and the whole fucking thing, it was like, it is what it is, but I need a reset on this year, because that's some 2020 shit, and I need some 2021 shit. I think that I need to just really start knocking things out. As you guys know, I don't know where I'm moving and I don't have long to figure it out. And that has been really hard because I haven't been able to do anything over the holidays, and places are not popping up right now. So I need to really buckle down and start figuring that out starting tomorrow. And then I got to get back on my fitness routine, my diet. Like for anybody who's fallen off and felt like, well, fuck it, it's already the second. We got to get back on the horse. And if you guys did not fall off, then stay the fuck on, because this is just the beginning of 2021 and there are great things to come. But yeah, I need to reset, and it's okay sometimes when we do need to reset. I didn't set any goals. I knew that we were doing that World Girl shoot yesterday, so I didn't set any health goals because really went ham in this episode. I'm excited for you guys to see it. That we'll be announcing our slate tomorrow night on our wind down, where I might opt out of the wine and try to drink some tea. Speaking of which, I've got my tea here right now. It is too hot to drink, but I'm excited for when I can. It's honestly too hot to hold. I think my hand is now officially burnt. So fucking burnt. A lot of other stuff going on in the world too that I want to talk about. COVID is on the motherfucking rise. And it has hit Larry King. He has apparently been hospitalized with COVID. Larry King, such a staple in the hosting community and the entertainment community. And just if you are watching this now, we owe a lot to Larry King. So just fingers crossed, he's 87 years old. We'll be talking about that a little bit. Nicki Minaj's baby has nicer jewelry than I ever will. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't you worry. I will be sharing that with you. For those of you guys saying sorry about my year starting off not great, it's not actually true. I had a great New Year's and I have I'm so excited to be working with the World Girls, and the shoot today was so fun. It's not that my year isn't starting off well. It's that I know I can next level it. And the nightmares, like it's hard for anybody who has nightmares. I don't know if any of you guys experience this at all, but they keep your body from keeping you from falling asleep because your mind tricks itself into thinking that you should not go to sleep because you don't want to experience these bad dreams, nightmares. And so I end up staying up until like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. And, today when we have to get up at 7 for a shoot, that doesn't work very well. And so, yeah, if anybody knows about nightmares, and then when you get up, it's hard to like transition from that was the world I was just living in. And I know no content about dreams or nightmares. I've never been that into that. I took a psychology class when I was I actually took a psych class in college and I took one in high school, and it's cool to learn about dreams if you're doing dreams and psychs and stuff. But in general, nobody likes to fucking come on to a show and hear about somebody's dreams or nightmares. It's like, that shit's not real. But when you wake up, it fucking feels real. And a lot of real people in your life present themselves in these nightmares. And it feels like either premonitions or the past or whatever. And it just like is hard to bounce back from. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but whoa, they're intense. So yeah, and I think that Dorina hit the nail on the head for me. Like she was like, listen, a lot of nightmares come from when you're not treating your body as well, which is true. I always have nightmares, but they're not usually this intense. So I do think it's because New Year's, I got fucking blitzed, as you guys know. Haven't been working out the last few days because of all the stuff that like the partying or whatever. Today, did shit that was not great for my body all day, have not been sleeping, like all those things combined are not making it so that I have like these peaceful dreams and moments. So tomorrow is Sunday. It's a great day to reset, as Steph reminded me, to get back on the fuck yeah, gonna live the best life bus. And hopefully I can get some sleep tonight, even if cannabis is needed to do so, because that's a plant. That shit's natural. And I'm going to tonight try to look to see if I can set up any apartment viewings for tomorrow, set myself up for success. And I root for you guys to do the same thing. I hope that you guys right now are figuring out, how the fuck do I set myself up for success? What does that look like? Roxy's advice corner early, but like, okay, so tomorrow I know in order to have a successful day, I need to do a certain amount of things. I need to do some form of exercise. So whether that's a 20-minute walk or hopping on my bike or doing a little bit of yoga, I need to do something active. Then I know I need to eat relatively healthy tomorrow. So I'm getting the right nutrients. So you guys know I'm a big fan of cookies and stuff. That doesn't mean that I can't have a piece of chocolate or whatever, but in general, I got to make sure I've got my veggies in tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a nice salad for lunch. Maybe I'll cook some fish and veggies for dinner or something like that. So setting myself up for success in that way. Tonight, I want to make sure I'm looking at places so I know exactly tomorrow morning who I'm calling, where I can try to go tour to see what I can do in the morning. I know that we've got our Sunday wind down, which means that I have to make sure that I finish. I look into finishing a thumbnail, because now I think we're going to do new thumbnails for those. Or also, yeah, just like all the things I know I'm doing tomorrow. I like to make lists in my notepad of exactly what it is, game plan, and then wake the fuck up and execute. Because it's so much easier than waking up and being like, what the fuck do I have to do today? When you know what you got to do, you can wake up, you can execute. And hopefully that helps a little bit with some of the things with you guys. If you have questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider, or right here in the super chat. I'm seeing a lot of you guys in the chat right now, and welcome to Live with Roxy in the new year. The show is going to be changing and morphing. How? I'm not exactly sure yet. I know that I'm still live every day right now. I don't know whether I'm planning on going live for 300 days, 365 days, or until I get the vaccine. Those seem to be the benchmarks. I believe today we're on 293, which would mean that we're very close to 300. I think I'm probably going to make it past that point, but how much past that point? Just the world will never know. And then I have to figure out, what does this show look like? Is it a multiple time a week, once a week guest booking, guest-based show? I've been thinking a lot about seeing if maybe Jet wants to be a regular once a week, Steph wants to be a regular once a week, then a third guest maybe once a week, and then a fourth day by myself or something along those lines. Yeah, I also need to figure out, just talking everything through with you guys, depending on how much rent I'm about to owe, because unfortunately nothing's popping up in my price range, and I might have to go a little bit higher and try to find something, because I'm really trying to look for a 2-bedroom so that I can have one of those rooms be a studio, which is a write-off for me, which is cool, but also because I need to up the level of quality of content I'm able to bring to you guys, because this is A, my career, but B, also I'll be able to get hired more places, hopefully, if I can shoot from home. So all those fucking things, just figuring it all out. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, things you want to see, and on top of that, revamping my Patreon completely so that I can have a full-blown community over there, just like I do over here. Yeah, all that stuff and more. That's what's going on. Sir Joker 40 says, Roxy, you're the best. And then sends Joker cards and then stars. Joke Roxy forever. Hell yeah, Sir Joker. I didn't mean to click on this, but now that it's up, Morse code Z, take some weekends off. Might end up doing that. Not sure. Not yet, but I'll let you guys know. And by the way, I like giving shout outs to all of the people. So shout out to Weston Ira, Jeremy Miller, Andrew Thomas, Matt Munoz, Chris Lemchi, the Big Mo Podcast, Scott Welch, Bruce Banner, Danny Koss, Like Lost, Dimo Katabe, hey Craig, John Bainbridge, Jeremy Miller, Jay Dog, John Trink, Robert Turner, singing the last note till I get to the Galen Shumway, Prince That Wasn't Promised, who apparently is going to be the next pig that Darina rides. It's a whole long story in case you missed yesterday's show. King Sport Cal. That was such a weird thing. And then today we told Dee about that. Dee was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I was riding the Prince Pig. I was like, you guys are speaking a different fucking language than me. Jerry Garza. Scrolling through Star Gonzalez, looking at the people. Roman McCoy. Nick Bethel. Brandon Gallagher. It's so great when I just go, level 2 trading, the Capichon. Maybe some of you guys are joining now who aren't usually able to join live because we are at a different time because I'm seeing some fun names in here. Stormy Woods, Chris Martinez, Mormoth Hans, Robert Turner, Eric Lane. Let's see what Spidey Sensei has to say in here. Spidey Sensei says, oh, snap. Roxy K. Stryer coming in hot with the late stream. Good luck on the new apartment, coach. It's actually Roxy J. Stryer, but I like the K. What's K stand for? Killing it. Who knows? Star Gonzalez with the crying, laughing face. I don't know what we're laughing about this time, but I'm sure it's me, and I dig that. Speaking of digging things, Zadius digs that we are live at the Roxy at night. It's only 7-something here. Yeah, maybe that is like my new thing. I don't know. Maybe I go to live 4 days a week, and a couple are in the day, a couple are at night. I'm just kind of figuring out all the things. Nick says, sounds kind of like you were a human vibrator there for a minute. Really? Was I doing that? Big Al the Tank in the house. Christian Campos. Thank you, Mr. Campos. Ryan Payne saying, junk. Hell yeah. Let's go over to the Streamlabs, see what's going on in there before we get to some of the news stories of the day, because we're motherfucking resetting in this bitch. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see what's going on in here. All right. Let's see. G. Smith, did I read that one? Don't sell yourself short. I think, I don't know that I did. Was this live right after the show? I think you just put it in there. Sorry. G. Smith says, don't sell yourself short. You too have raised money and your voice for BLM, smash cancer, and other things. In the words of Biden, that's a big fucking deal. Thanks, G. Smith. I don't know when I was selling myself short, but I'm sure it was because apparently I do that a lot. LD, our homie, says, hey, coach, after camera test, how long does it take to know if it is me or one of the two much prettier girls I was against? I'm about to do another show. Then Romeo and I are going to spend the night together just holding me because I feel ugly. Also, once I feel pretty again, is there a good way to get Romeo's fat dick in my ass? Oh my God, LD. Is there a specific stretch I need to do to better my ass ready for it? To bet my ass ready for it, maybe yet. I tried a small you with a ton of lube and it was amazing. But his dick is short and fat. Love ya. LD comes in with the gets the freak in, and I love LD for it. Let's talk. So, how long does it take after the screen test? Totally fucking depends. First of all, I don't know if those girls are prettier than you or not, but it's really not about that. You're either what they're looking for or you're not. So if they get it over you, that doesn't mean anything about you being pretty or less pretty or more pretty. Pretty is subjective. Think about it all the time. Have you ever seen people on a show and people are like, I think that this person's the hottest. No, I think this person's the hottest. It's subjective. So there's no way to know that they're prettier than you. But even if they do get it, it's not because you're not as pretty as them. It's because the casting director thinks that they're the better fit for that part, or the producers. After the test, they usually tell you like some kind of time frame or talk to your agent about that. Did you not get any kind of a time frame? If so, sometimes you hear within a week, and then sometimes they still are looking and then they come back to you. So it can take a long time. After any test, after any audition or callback or chemistry test, screen test, whatever, I always just try to fucking forget about it like it didn't happen because I assume I didn't get it and I move on to the next. And you just like got to keep it pushing. And then if you get it, it's a nice, amazing, pleasant surprise. In terms of the dick in the ass, unfortunately, I can't help you there as I've never done that before. So, I mean, obviously you're on the right track with the lube. I don't know about exercises. I don't know. I've always said that if there ever is going to be, if there's ever that for me, it's going to be with the man that I'm married to, because I think that is like a maneuver system. Like it's going to be like a talk it through, because I just don't see that working scientifically. But I don't know, because it's not my jam. Totally understand that that's yours. No judgment, no harm, no foul. But I don't know that I'm the best on advice on this one. You can ask on the World Girls for our wind down on Sunday. Dee might be able to help you out. We'll see if she has any advice for you there. Star says, LD, you just got to relax. Otherwise, it's difficult. That's so true with anything in bed, where it's just harder the more like stressed out you get. That's why you might be having a hard time coming as well. So you just got to relax, take it easy. Easier said than done. I know. That's the best I can do for you right now. Sorry. Hope that helps a little bit. Lloyd Nance in the house. Thank you so much, Lloyd, for just that contribution. You're the best. Star Gonzalez says, Roxy, my girl, thank you so much for all you do. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have an amazing community to hang out with all night with on New Year's Day on a video call. I'm so grateful. Much love for you. Hashtag Rockstar for life. I know that some of you guys were on a video call. And we were just like, Jake messaged me. Jake, are you even in here right now? Jake might be mad at me because whatever. Jake's my mod, but Jake's my legit homie. So I get fucking annoyed with him, as I'm sure he gets annoyed with me. And Jake messaged me and was like, hey, I need you to jump into this video call right now because there's a few of us in here and people are like really being so sweet about you. And I was like, I'm sorry, Jake, I'm in pre-pro for World Girls. Like we are at the deadline right now. And I told you guys, I like hadn't been sleeping. It was late at night. I was working my ass off to try to make sure that we could get the shoot prepped for today. And he's like, no, just for a few minutes, need you to come in here. And I was like, Jake, I cannot. I am busy right now. And he was like, no, totally. But like just for a minute or two. I was like, you're just asking me right now. I fucking love you. And I love the Rockstars. And I love the World Friends. But I have to prep the shoot for the World Friends. I have to, or it won't get done. And he's like, okay, just saying. I was like, oh my God. What are you, a Jewish grandmother? This was the guilt trip of a lifetime. Guilt trip of a fucking lifetime. But I always love hanging out with you guys. I was just working. So anyway, I love that you guys get to hang out with each other. That's the point, that when I'm not there, you guys have each other. That's the whole fucking point, that I don't always need to be there because it is a rock stars, world friends always. Andrew says, LOL, Roxy versus Jake rivalry. I mean, never. Jake is my, like, I couldn't do this without him. And I'm obsessed with him. I love Jake so fucking much. But he's a Jewish grandmother. Yes, Morse code. He's Yenta. He's a fucking Yenta. That is so Jake. Expert level guilt trip. Totally true, Weston Ira. I mean, he went back and forth with me. Like, I literally wrote to him. I was like, are you fucking serious, man? Oh, he's the best, though. Wow, but he's modding another channel right now. I mean, it is my fault that I went up at a completely different time than I usually go up. But at the same time, it's also his fault. And I don't know why. I just know that it is somehow. Just know that it is. Just take that with you. Let's go back into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Actually, let's not go back in there. Let's go to the super chat. Chris McGovern says, the calendar got here. It's really awesome. That's amazing. I'm so glad. We are still selling World Girls calendars, actually. So anybody who wants one, send it over. Now that we figured out the system a little more, we got it going down. Make sure that you guys, to World Girls, it's $35 for unsigned, $65 for signed, as long as you live in the United States, because I think we're only doing US ones still. Jake just said, wait, this is a weird time to join LOL. Jake, did you not just hear everything I said? I just recapped our lives. I just recapped the daily existence of Roxy and Jake. What's our ship name, Jake? Our friendship name. Don't worry, I'm not fucking doing this fuck, marry, kill thing with you again. We're Rake, Rock, Jar, Jack. No, that's weird. I don't know what it is. Let's talk about things that matter more than Jake and my bickering, like the old fucking grandmother that he is. Yenta. So, guys, this is fucking awful. Larry King is hospitalized with COVID. I mean, it's just super duper on the rise. Here's the problem. I don't know what to say because what did I read? 1 in every 17 Americans has had this. 1 in every 1,000 Americans has died from this. And we are not vaccinated yet. And people need to stay the fuck at home when they can. And when they need to not because of work or whatever it is, because our government isn't taking care of us. I have no idea how Larry King gets COVID, but I do know that I'm not picturing Larry King gallivanting about, not wearing a mask, not being safe, going to the club. Like, this is happening. To be 100% upfront with you guys, I'm having a scare in my family right now, which I will talk about at a different time. I think it's part of what's giving me the anxiety, but everybody is getting this motherfucker. And so, Larry King is like our Betty White. I mean, no one's Betty White, but like, come on. We need him to be okay. And him being hospitalized with COVID is a scary, scary thing. He's 87. But when we talk about somebody being 87, people who think that everybody should be able to do whatever they want during this time are like, well, he's already 87. It's like, bitch, wait till you're 87. He could still have so many years of life left. He could easily live till he's 100. So what the fuck are we talking about? Like, a life is a life is a life is a life, and we need to take care of our fucking elderly people. Come on. Frustrating as hell. Ryan Payne says, Roxaveta. Roxaveta is 100% what it is. I don't think rocks with the C also, just rock, Roxavetta. Roxaveta. Roxaveta is the shit. We are fucking Roxaveta. So good. Larry Lease, not Larry King, says, hit that like button. Thank you, Larry. You're awesome. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we got to get the subs up on this channel. We got to get the likes going. I'm thinking about doing some shorter content too when I stop doing this 7 days a week. When I stop going 7 days a week live at the Roxy, I can kind of breathe a little bit and reassess. But until then, I'm just like fucking beelining. Like, just got to be here every day for my peeps. Every single fucking day. That's kind of what it looks like right now. Janine the Machine, my dear. Janine Bryce says, got a call from work to schedule my vaccine. That's amazing, Janine. Let us know how it goes. Are you doing the 2 and are you doing them back to back? I saw today, I don't mean back to back, I mean 3 weeks apart. I saw today they made an executive decision in England that they're actually going to be spacing out their vaccines more. So the UK is planning to delay the second doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. A new vaccination plan in the UK will see the gap between doses being increased from 21 days to 12 weeks. So that's from 3 weeks to 3 months in order to prioritize more vulnerable individuals. If the second dose of a certain vaccine isn't available, patients could be offered a different one according to recent guidelines, which is kind of interesting. I wonder how it's happening for you. Janine says, I believe it's the 2. Yeah, so this is wild. It's kind of going to be distributed differently in different places. But once you get the first vaccine, I think that the efficacy is about 50 something percent. So what the UK is doing is trying to get as many people as possible that first vaccine so that they can get the vulnerable people also that vaccine. And then they're going to circle back for that second vaccine. I don't know that that's the right thing to do. I don't know that that's the wrong thing to do. I just know that that's apparently what they are doing. I also saw this fucking thing that there was 2,500 people who attended a New Year's Eve party in France, despite a COVID curfew. There's 2,500 people at a party right now. Like, we're having to make decisions like, Do I see my sister? Do I see my father? Am I able to see my best friend of 50 years? Like, people are making these decisions. And then some people are like, fuck it, I'm going to be with 2,500 strangers on New Year's because I don't give a fuck. Like, what? More than 1,200 people were fined in France after the illegal New Year's party. Because what the fuck are you thinking? 2,500 people at a party, and you're thinking, I've got to go. I've got to be there. Like, we see these influencer parties here with 50 people, and I'm like, are these people the dumbest people on the fucking planet? I told you guys that I think anything more than a handful right now is like psycho. I mean, you shouldn't even be doing that if you can help it. But like for today, for the World Girl shoot, we had the 3 World Girls, and then we had 3 people on set. Everybody obviously masked and outdoor, and it's for work, which is our livelihood. And we're still nervous about it. And people still are getting COVID tested, and that still doesn't make us completely safe because we just don't know. So that's one thing. But 2,500 people, when we're trying to make decisions about who lives or dies and who can go in these ICU beds right now, I don't want to do a whole show about COVID because I talk about it here every single day, but like, are you guys, I mean, maybe we're the ones who are all wrong. Look at them live their fucking lives like the selfish, arrogant fucks that they are. I don't care how you got to that party or what happened. Anybody who says anything, I hope that every person who went to that party owns it and is like, I don't care about anybody except for myself. And that's why I was here. Because I literally don't care if anybody else lives or dies. But then I would be like, but if you care about yourself, aren't you worried you're going to get COVID? And then I want them to be like, but isn't the earth flat? And I'll be like, ooh, touche. No, that's a very solid point, my friend. Well, I can't argue with the earth being flat, so go get them, you party animal, you. It's kind of just my little mini rant for the day. Try not to do it too often because we are in 2021, new year, new attitude, just figuring it out. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Have any of your guys' stimulus checks hit, by the way? Curious. Mine certainly has not. Hopefully I'll be getting it, but just wondering who's received theirs. I saw a lot of my friends tweeting that they received theirs, which is freaking great. Although it's only $600, it's still $600 more than zero. Hitman Hudson in the Streamlabs says, Roxy, what are the 5 greatest albums of the 1970s? I do not know. People need to know. In my opinion, it's Boston, Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, The Eagles, Desperado, Clash, London Calling, Creedence Clearwater, Revival, Pendulum. I mean, you just listed some of the greatest albums of all time. Steph and I were listening to 70s rock today. I don't know. I would have to look at all of the albums of the 70s. I can't do this in 1 minute on this show, but obviously you guys know Rumors is my absolute favorite ever. I used to sing Desperado for every audition song for years. Love that song. CCR, come on, get at me. Yeah, and I'm from Boston, so those are pretty great ones. Glenn Caesar says, hello and good evening, Roxy/Chunk. Love you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight after a full day of filming. #World Girl Wednesday. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you and the Rockstars band. I like that you said, Glenn, #World Girl Wednesdays. Straight up a Saturday, and we're just the World Girls on Saturday, but we're always World Girl Wednesdays. Cheers to you and having a super successful and love-filled 2021. As always, I hope that we can all find and feel some joy in each of our days, our weeks, our months, and our years. Don't ever forget when it gets tough, we're not alone, even if we're by ourselves. The Rockstars and World Friends communities are here for you. Remember, everyone, you're kind, you're smart, you're important, you are worthy. So keep on being your terrific selves because we appreciate you. As always, smash cancer. Keep up the fight, Smets, and everyone else who's battling. Sip and dramatic pause for the most important part. We are with you. Absolutely, Glenn. Thank you for saying so. Glenn also, with that reminder, saying Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankinson, Jonathan McInerney, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Absolutely. We're going to keep saying it, even though it's 2021. Biden, what you got? Kamala, what you got? On a separate note, glad you're getting back on the yoga exercise kick. Yeah, me too, Glenn. Got to start tomorrow. No choice about it. If I want to be the happiest me, then I got to be an active me. I know that about myself. And most people are kind of similar. They just don't want to admit that out loud because then it means that if they want to be happy, they have to be active. And if they're not being active, they're on purpose, not choosing their happiest life, which is really fucking hard to justify in your mind. MD in the house says, hi, Roxy. You don't have ads turned on your YouTube videos. I try sometimes to watch your videos after the live show so I can watch the ads and support you that way, but no ads are showing up. I would love to be able to support you that way. I do have them turned on. YouTube demonetizes most of my videos. They don't tell me why. I don't know what I'm doing, but they won't put ads on a lot of my videos. I think probably because I'm talking about Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, and Jonathan Bagley. I think probably because I talk about COVID. I think probably because I talk about the government. Whatever it is, I have them on. They just keep fucking demonetizing me. So they won't. Yeah, that's why I rely like solely on you guys, which is tough because I wish I could rely on YouTube, but they demonetize. At first, they were demonetizing only my videos when I had black guests on, which was fucking psychotic. And then every time I say fuck YouTube on here, they demonetize me too. So there we go. Thank you though, MD, for doing that. And sometimes they get turned on. It just all depends on what they want to do that day. It's crazy. There's like no rhyme or reason. I really don't get it. Weston Iris says that a lawsuit. I mean, they're getting their tit sued off them right now. There's a class action lawsuit, but I think if you win, you're eligible for like 50 cents straight up. So certainly not a part of that. And then you have to promise to never sue them again. It's insane. Star says probably when you talk about COVID, you're not allowed to say the C word. Ugh. But like, what am I going to do? I'm not going to not talk about that. So take your money, I guess. I've got my people. They've got my fucking back. Piss off. Not you guys, YouTube. Glenn Caesar in the house also says, thanks for still being there here with us, Chunk. It's great being a part and hanging out with the world friends and the rock stars. Looking forward to seeing where or what all you and the other two World Girls have in store for us in the shows and via Patreon. Yeah, me too. We're working on it. We have World Girls have another few-hour meeting tomorrow prior to our stream to make sure we're setting our tiers and figuring everything out there. We're putting in like crazy hours on World Girls right now. For the last couple months, we're working full-time job at it. So we're hoping that kicks in. Doing our best. Rob Fishbeck in the house. Oh, yes. Rob says, got my money today. Oh, my God, Rob, you're amazing. So buy some weed with this and get some rest. I actually really need some, both rest and weed. Hope you have better tomorrow, Miss Queen of Quarantine. Epic article for those of you guys who didn't read it. Please check it out. Hopefully one of my mods can put it in the chat right now. Big Mo said, what's up, Rocks? I want to say that the GoFundMe for my cousin reached its goal a couple days ago. Yes, Big Mo. I want to thank anyone who donated or put it out there. It's much appreciated. Oh, and Rocks, you missed my super chat, but here it is. Roxy Killa Stryer. I did miss that. How did I miss that? I try to bounce back and forth as much as I can. I don't see it. Sorry, but thank you for putting it there. Just for dealing with me in general. Appreciate you. Oh boy. Let's see. Christian Anglo Dash on Instagram. Plug that gram. Thank you for the support. Hey, you can plug yourself. That sounded sexual. You can plug your channel or your Instagram as much as you want when you're supporting me here. I am super, super freaking here for it. Again, that support can be directed to streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or in the super chat. Speaking of Streamlabs. So Joker40 says, sorry, I couldn't give more. The bat wifey and my mother-in-law have COVID. Oh, fuck. So I'm daddy mommy this weekend. Wifey's getting better. Mother-in-law's in rehab. So that's my 2021 so far. Anyways, wanted to show you some love. Thanks, Sir Joker. I appreciate that love. Yikes. Yeah. COVID is fucking attacking, and rehab is always there. And especially people during this time are having a hard time. Addicts are having a really hard time right now. Texas teacher, I know you're on your like walkabout situation, but we're here, and you're staying clean and sober, and we're rooting for you all the time. And anybody here is trying to stay clean and sober, especially new year, new you, new goals. Even if it's cutting back, cutting down, do what you can. I think we can all always drink less. That's something that probably everybody can do across the board. So, yeah. 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 Let's move on and talk a little bit about Nicki Minaj. I know it's not somebody that I bring up on this show often. Actually, I like Nicki Minaj. I just don't know that much about Nicki. She seems like pretty badass, awesome woman. I sound as white and as not hip as I've ever sounded in my life. I listen to a lot of Nicki music. I think that she just like marches to the beat of her own drum. She's cool. Here's what I will say. Stoked to see that she's excited to share pictures and videos of her baby. Cute ass fucking baby. And you guys know I'm not even into babies, but this baby's got big ass cheeks. I'm a big fan of big cheeks. That sounded weird, but I don't know how else to phrase that. I think that, like babies with big cheeks look like cuter. Is that appropriate to say? I don't know. But they do. Babies with big cheeks look cuter. But that wasn't the thing that I wanted to mention here. I wanted to talk about what is going on. What the fuck is my computer doing? I wanted to talk about what is going on with her baby's attire, because do my computer just get all glitchy and stuff? Am I back? It seems like it's being weird. Hopefully you guys can hear and see me. Nicki Minaj heard me talking about her and was like, shut it down. Will not stand for anybody speaking about me. I'm only saying good things, Nicki. Nicki is me, Roxy. So, again, hopefully I'm not too glitchy right now. And you guys, you see and hear me. Perfect. It's out of sync. Hopefully it's back in sync. So, Nicki Minaj posted these pictures of her baby, and the baby's adorable. But I zoomed in on these fucking pieces of jewelry, and it was wild. Like, I could not even believe my eyes. So this is what's on Nicki Minaj's baby's wrist. This is what's on Nicki Minaj's baby's neck. And this is Nicki's baby next to Nicki. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This baby's outfit is more expensive than anything I'll ever own. This baby is more iced out, blinged out than me on any day ever, no matter how rich I get. I don't think I'll ever own anything like that. It's truly, truly unbelievable. I didn't have much more to say about that than that. I just wanted to show it off because zero judgment. You do you with your money. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous. But also, I'm waiting for a $600 stimulus check and hoping that I can pay rent this month. So there's that. There's that. When the baby when I look back at baby pictures of me, I'm like, oh, look at the spit up on me. And I'm just like so fucking chubby in there. That baby's gonna look back being like, damn, where's that watch? Because like I could sell that shit for millions of dollars. Or maybe the baby will be so rich they're like, where's that watch? I could play golf with it. I don't even know what I just said. take out the little diamonds and play a game of golf. Doesn't make sense. My comment made no fucking sense. I'm trying to justify something that clearly made no sense. And that is what 2020 was. But now we're 2021. Weston says, does Roxy have baby fever now? No. You guys know I really don't like babies in general. I think that eventually I'll have children of my own. So hopefully I'll feel differently about them. But no, I'm not feeling that. I do like chubby cheeks though. But I don't really like babies. But I do like jewelry. So I'm feeling very conflicted right about now. That's the whole story on that. Let's check out the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Sir Joker says, grr, the amount was wrong. It was supposed to be this. Oh, that's so nice, Sir Joker. Thank you for the support. You're freaking awesome. Bruce Banner, also in the house, didn't say anything, just showed support, and I really appreciate that. Massive donation and support. So, Bruce, you're the shit. Always in here, always repping. Really, really grateful for you. Jeff Aaron says, love y'all. Please check out my reviews on Medium. Roxy's awesome. What are you reviewing, Jeff? Let us know. And go support our friend Jeff. Go support our friend Jeff. What's going on in the chat right now? Let's see. Bruce says, and I thought I was balling in my Donald Duck pajamas. I know. I'm like sitting here and I've got on my like neck chain for my mask and I've got like my gold hoops from Amazon. And I'm sitting here thinking like, look at me all blinged out. I've got on a couple rings, you know, but like, that baby's fingernail is worth more than I am. So there's that. Just doing my best. Making my way through the year. Resetting fast. Because I'm not doing this shit again. Shout out to Brooke in the chat who says, oh, your hair is so cool. Is that dye or natural? I love the color. LOL. No. This in the roots is my natural color. It's a dark, dark brown. Can you see? Super dark. And then this blonde is done by my amazing, amazing hairstylist, Bree Rice, who I am absolutely obsessed with. And she's been shut down because of COVID for a little bit. So I've got longer roots than I usually do. But I'm going in, I believe, next week. Kind of all depends on what LA's rules are by that point, but I try to get in right after lockdown with her because then she hasn't seen anybody and she's with her grandma and I'm with my grandma most of the time. So we try to make sure that we're just super fucking safe around each other. Although I also try to make sure I'm super fucking safe around everybody. Also not a great time to be spending money on my hair as I'm going through this move, but like, I've waited way extra long than normal. These roots are bad. Like if I went like this, let's see, if I go like this, you just think I'm a brunette again. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love being a brunette, but I'm having fun as a blonde. During quarantine, I'm not having fun, but like in real life, I'm having fun as a blonde. Wow. Vicious Ocean. Solid point. Brie and rice are two of my favorite foods. Really never thought about it like that. I actually fucking hate cheese, but I like rice. Who doesn't like rice? Probably a lot of people, actually. My sister's the only person I know, though, who eats white rice plain. Like, just that. Like, doesn't need anything on it, added to it, not as, like, on the side or something. Like, for a meal, she will eat white rice. I've never seen that before. She just will, like, eat a bowl of white rice. Kind of just like how I'll have a bowl of pasta with sauce, but hers has none. It's just a bowl of white rice. No chicken, no teriyaki, like no fry, no, just like white rice, just like by itself. Am I the one thinking that's weird, or do you guys think that's weird too? Zadia says no butter either. No, just like plain white rice. She'll just like sit there and spoon feed herself white rice. Oh, Big Mo says, oh, I do that sometimes, but that's like the whole meal. I'll have white rice on the side of things. Jeff Aaron says, most Netflix shows, mostly international. Thanks, Star Gonzalez, for repping our friend Jeff. That's awesome. I love Netflix shows, and international ones I always need to know more about. I did love how to sell drugs online fast. That show is great. Oh, I didn't put out my list on Twitter of my favorite dramas. I should have. Steph and I started watching, now this is going back to the comedies, we started watching What We Do in the Shadows. I think it's good. I think it's really good. I just am not loving it. Like, I think it's better than I like it. Does that make sense? You guys ever acknowledge that something's really good, really solid, but it's not necessarily for you? That's kind of me right now. So I don't know why I just shared that randomly, but apparently I did. Look at Jake coming back from doing his other job. Jake put the Streamlabs in here, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, but then said I'm not here. So like erase what I just said. Look at Jake not coming back, not doing his other job. He's just not here at all. Jake's a disappearing man. He's a magician. Don't even understand what I just said, but that's fine. All right, we're going to get the fuck out of here, guys, because time to prep for tomorrow. Thank you for talking with me about Larry King. We're putting out good vibes in the universe for him. Thank you for looking at Nicki Minaj's baby's jewelry with me. We're certainly going to be looking at that and remembering that we're having a hard time feeding ourselves. Thank you for talking with me about the 2,500 people who attended a New Year's Eve party in France when we're not even able to see our families. So there was that. Thank you for talking to me about the UK delaying their vaccine second doses. We'll see how that works out. And thank you for talking with me about resetting 2021. Did you see that I just hit myself in the fucking nose and the eyelashes? That was wild. No depth perception apparently today. We got a lot of work to do, and we're here to do it together. You guys are incredible. We're only 2 days into this. We're going to make it through. Any last-minute Streamlabs I'm getting to right now, and then I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hitman Hudson in here says, I've heard you hate cheese, but how do you feel about the word cheesemonger? Is that to you what moist is to some people? What's cheesemonger? I don't even know what that is. I don't love the word cheese, but I don't hate the word cheese. I don't like the actual thing cheese. Does that make sense? Nah, I don't know whether it does or doesn't. All right. Stay safe. Stay sane. Put down the toilet seats and the lids. Make your beds. Leave a comment on this video. Please do it on Apple Podcasts too if you haven't already. There are 120 people in here right now. I've gotten like 40 comments on Apple Podcasts. If I could get more, it would be huge for me. And that's one way you can support me dead ass for free. I want to give shout outs to everybody in here who's joined us and stayed here for the whole stream. Spidey Sensei, DK, John Bainbridge, Big B, Sumner 2100, Glenn Caesar, Zadia Smith, Simply Emily, Nick Bethel, DK, Andrew Thomas, Morse Code Z, Matt Munoz, the Big Mo Podcast, my girl Janine Bryce with the hearts and the bunnies, which I really appreciate. The Vicious Ocean, Rob Fishbeck, who says subscribe if you're new too. Please, please. I appreciate that. Manny Gonzalez, Chris Martinez, Star Gonzalez, J Dog, Ryan Payne, Bruce Banner, Big Al the Tank. How can you say tank without like tank? Daniel Lee, Lemmy Killmister, Morse Code Z, Scott Welsh. For people I'm repeating your names, you guys are just extra lucky tonight. Al Moses, my boy Glenn, Anthony Thomas, all of you guys. Fucking love you lots. 2021, we're going to make this work. Come hell or high water. We're going to figure it out together. I'll be back live with the Roxy tomorrow afternoon and then for the World Girls in the evening. So I'll be with you pretty much all day. If you need me in the afternoon, I'm there. You need me at nighttime, I'm there again. You need me in between, probably on social media. I'm just always fucking around. Saul in the house too. I was discussing popular beard hairstyles for baby photos. I don't even know what that means. So, Nidhin Chandran, thank you for being here. Jim Sandlin, thank you, thank you. Jeremy Jenret, thank you. Emmanuel Akinola, thank you, thank you. They like me. They really like me. Lloyd Nansenhouse, Redford Reddington. Some people were quiet tonight, but everybody was peeping on through. All right. Much love, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for the third day of 2021. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. What?